for a lot of us who may have been introverted a lot of our lives, we were overly giving and overly passive for a lot of our life. And God had a plan to wake us up to the dark side or the dark reality of who certain people are. And I'm referring to Satan's minions. People that are disobedient to God, who stay in their own illusion and in the delusion of the world, who embrace it, who are friends with the world and enemies to God. These people, not only are they against you, and if they're half smart, they do it in a covert way. They try to stay hidden. God has revealed to you a lot of what they do and how they have tried to get one over on you and how they have tried to hold you back and slander you and all this other kinds of crazy crap. All that has happened, truly, is Satan's minions have made you more on fire for God. And what I want to touch on in this video, and it might be debatable for a reason that I can understand that maybe not everyone does, but a lot of you will. You need to have a healthy form of righteous indignation. He makes his introverts, I don't know if I want to keep using that term, but those of us who were once a victim of this evil, he establishes in you some righteous anger towards that form of wickedness. At one point, and you have to discern like what the Bible says and everything, because a lot of people would take what I'm saying at face value and be like, oh no, forgive, not that we shouldn't forgive, but love them, show them the love of God, thinking that we haven't been doing that our whole life, because they just take that. They want you. That's what these narcissists and Satan's minions to want you to do and act like. So instead, up to this point, hopefully, it has been instilled in you from the Most High to have and reserve a form of hatred, I guess, towards wickedness. Love who they could be, but don't allow yourself to become soft and naive and the same you that you used to be. God woke you up to this to strengthen your character, to bring you more in balance from that like passive give your shirt off your back to people who don't deserve it. So I want to help relay this message. God is He is a God of love, but He's also a God of justice and vengeance and war. And He does not want us to tolerate the people that He has woke us up to and how they move. He wants us to use that to learn how to not be manipulated. And now, if you like take all that I'm trying to say, you can move around this world with, really good discernment. You still have all of the good qualities about yourself. You just become out in the world and beyond these people's presence, you are who you are capable of being, shining your light, operating out of love. But in regards to these people, if they deserve anything from you, it's a tough form of love. Tough love. This is where you discover, parts of the Word of God that the average people don't want to accept. The other side of God's character. His form of tough love. He has grace for all of us, but we're not here to be ran over. Instead, you're the one you're on fire for God. And these people have only gave you and fueled your fire for God. Right? So they would love for you to turn to the religious viewpoint of all of this and just be this fairy loving everyone and staying in that mindset. They want you to stay in that mindset because if you do, stuff will pass you by. In developing and stepping into your calling and such, and I can testify to this, I would not be here and I would not have allowed for God to build this thing with me if I were still in the mindset of, just be loving and you were saved. Now you're supposed to just be abused until you go to heaven. He has established in me to be aware of the forms of everyone's personality and to become the strong individual that all through my childhood I was lacking. I was lacking being able to stand up for myself. And now all of what I've been through, and I'm speaking in the first person because a lot of you are going to relate to this. I have a healthy stance on that, which is the appropriate way to look at this. To where I'm not trying to, and I'm not letting it make me an ugly person, but it gives me insight in a healthy manner on how to move forward. Hope this is making sense. So, emotions are not a bad thing. God gave us our emotions, but we don't want to idolize our emotions. And we can idolize our emotions by being this, like, becoming this ugly person, or we can idolize our emotions by, you know, choosing the wrong form of love up towards these people, because they will cherish that and keep you stuck on this, like, teeter totter, push and pull, draining you of your energy and everything else. And I've said recently that in everything that I'm saying, I'm like speaking my story, and I know that a lot of you relate to this. You know, the spirit in these people is like the same, so they all operate the same for the most part. It's not a bad thing to despise the way that people try to finagle others. Sometimes you got to play the role of a fool to fool the fool who thinks they're fooling you. And sometimes you have to finagle the finagler. And a simple way of doing that is to remain silent, give these people the silent treatment, not let them in, they'll try to creep in and get you to a place where you become soft again, because they want you to fight for they want, what's the term for this? Future faking. But I'm sharing that term in the sense that they want you to fight for their rebirth, while they like hold the keys to that. Well, God does, but I mean, they have the choice to surrender and take accountability. And they want to see you fight to, show them the light. And they have to play dumb while you're doing that, because that's not what they want. And they'll sprinkle you with little bits of hope. When you start to like get exhausted and pull back, they'll be like, for example, I mean, they'll pull out a Bible and be like, yeah, this is amazing. I love God. But you have the discernment to know that what they are doing is manipulative. Everything is to get you, the chosen one, who is aware of the way that they operate. They want to get you to, ignore who they are and to move past it, but to allow for them to still be a part of your life. And in the process, they want to keep you from exposing who they truly are to the world. But in God's plan, you become set apart. He works through you for the sake of people who are willing to receive what he can do through you for them in a secret place. He builds up you and your story, where those folks, are sitting like wondering and like shaking and timid about what you're doing in secret, because you've just, as I said, they've gassed up the fire within you for God, and they know that. And now you're not spending that on them anymore. So they're like, oh crap, I wonder what he's doing now. I wonder what he's up to. So they're going to have to play their games. Well, God is like about to elevate you. He really does have a plan and an expected end for your life, to where they will be exposed, because God is going to make it present to everyone, them and everyone who they've been running to about you, creating this false narrative of you to deflect the truth about them. God's going to make all this happen. And it's when you separate from these people, stay on fire for God, seek, what's the plan here, Lord? What are we doing? I'm free from these people. Thank you for like being patient with me and trying to pull me out of that, because now I get it. What are we here to do, Lord? He aligns you with that thing. You start to build, and he, like, it's just amazing. I can't even touch on all the exciting aspects of this, but it's like you finally come to a place where you know that you know that you know that as long as you pick up your cross daily and pursue what God has for you, which if he hasn't shown you that, he will. As long as you do that and keep thriving with the Lord, he is going to make all things happen, the desires of your heart, and he will get his vengeance through your story, through elevating you in a way that you wouldn't be able to do it on your own. It's amazing. And he keeps us like humble, nothing changes as far as our responsibility to battle the flesh and things like that. So, you're chosen, and he has a plan, and like you're the one in your surroundings who is walking this thing out, while others are like, choosing the world. At the same time, he's not just giving you a free pass to do whatever the heck you want, but he is patient with you and stuff. It's just amazing. You didn't earn any brownie points with God, is I guess what I'm trying to say. But it's just the fact that you love him and you're getting persecuted because of it. And it's making you stronger. And you are being molded into someone who is confident and bold and understanding and wise and having an appropriate level of righteous indignation towards evildoers. And that is like in a sense, that's like your fuel. Like, you will never forget what you've been taught, the deep learning lessons from God. And he like has awakened you to that, to help you get to certain blessings in this life. I hope this is making sense. So, I'm going to wrap this up by saying We are the children of light. And if anyone tells you or I that we're not loving enough, those people are ignorant. You are enveloping the full character of God, right? The full character of God. So, I'm going to leave that there. It's a beautiful day. It's Friday. It's a good day to... What am I going to hit today? I don't know. It's a good day to train. It's a good day to be active. Treat your bodily vessel as a temple, because it is. And all things will come together. All of your life has led to this point for a reason. And because you love God and you are faithful, great things are yet to come. All right. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned and God bless.